10 Nation, it is day 39 of the challenge. And if you don't already know, we've been having some issues with registration. Well, we thought there was an issue with Zen Planner app, but there actually isn't. It's just the time change that's happening next week. So the farthest out that you can reserve a class is 8 days, exactly 8 days. But because there's a time change, the app is forcing you to wait an extra hour. Okay, so basically the soonest you can, or the farthest out that you can reserve the class is actually 7 days and 11 hours. 7 days and 23 hours. Okay, so anyways, you got an email about it. You should have gotten an email about it. Basically, you have to wait one more hour before you can book that class, okay? And that's going to carry on for the next week until the time actually changes. I don't know why the time changes anymore. I think it's a bit ridiculous. It's going to start getting dark at like 3:30 now. Like, come on. Just leave the time alone. Okay. What did I want to say? Oh, yeah. Your numbers. You should have got your numbers. There was a couple people who didn't get it, so I resent it and you got it. So just a reminder, make sure you do check your spam and your junk. All right. How to stay motivated for cardio when you don't feel like doing it. Okay, this is really hard. Okay, like motivation, I know what motivates me. Sometimes, I guess. It's hard to motivate people because I don't know what makes you tick, right? So it's really, really hard to do. But I will tell you that typically speaking, your levels of motivation, well, I can pretty much guarantee you this, your levels of motivation will be, whatever level they are, they will be higher first thing in the morning than any other time of the day. When you wake up first thing in the morning, you will feel like doing work more likely than if it's the middle of the day or late at night. Most likely. So, my suggestion is, when you wake up first thing in the morning, just go out, get out of your bed and go straight down. Well, that would be my path. I don't know what your path is, but that would be me heading this way down the stairs to the garage, or wherever I have my bike right now. It's in the garage, but I did have it in the spare in the guest area. Whatever. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Okay. The point is, get up and just do your cardio immediately. Trust me. If you put it off, I am the perfect example of this. If I put it off, man, it just gets so much worse. I hate cardio. I hate doing it. It's boring as. I usually dislike doing it. First thing in the morning, that's what I recommend. Okay. Don't think about it. When you think about doing something, or when you put it off and I'll do it later, and then you keep doing that, it just becomes more painful. Like, it just haunts you more. So just do it first thing in the morning. All right, what are my thoughts on intermittent fasting? Okay, so first we have to define what we mean by fasting, because there's different kinds of fasting, okay? Some people, just drink juice, for instance, and that's a fast. Or some people just reduce their calories and they consider that a fast. Or some people just stay away from certain foods and they consider that a fast, okay? In my mind, what fasting means is you have zero intake of calories, okay? And then some people would argue that you shouldn't have any caffeine either. But let's leave caffeine out of it. Let's just use calories, okay? There's no calories going in your body. You could have like water or whatever. You could have caffeine or anything else that is calorieless. That is, you could consume anything that's calorieless. So what are my thoughts on it? Well, so there's a lot of health benefits that come from it. But these are all health benefits that we see when there's a reduction in calories. So, whether you reduce calories just in general, so you just eat less and you spread it out, or you just eat more in a shorter period of time, right? And then you just don't eat, like you actually fast, you don't eat for like 12 hours or 16 hours or 20 hours. We tend to see, and again, this is all relative, of course, we tend to see an improvement in things like your blood pressure, your fasting glucose levels, your fasting insulin levels, your blood triglycerides, your insulin sensitivity in general. We see apparently a lower level of total systemic inflammation in the body. It does not boost metabolism, okay? I see that everywhere. It doesn't boost metabolism. That's nonsense. It does the opposite, okay? It doesn't cause your body to burn more energy, okay? Your body doesn't say, oh, I'm not getting any food. I'm going to now become more energy inefficient and burn more calories because I'm not getting any. No. It doesn't work like that. Okay? The body will slow down certain mechanisms to conserve energy because it's not getting any. It's a survival mechanism. And also there's a big thing out there about GH, hormone secretion. We're supposed to get more of it. There may be some truth to that because growth hormone cannot be produced when there is insulin in the bloodstream. And if you're fasting, you don't have any insulin really in the bloodstream, or very low levels, or next to no levels. So GH is, I guess, just more likely to be produced. But from what I have heard from various sources that I trust and I find that are in the area of research, this GH increase in the bloodstream is very, very minimal, and it's for a very short period of time. So, are you going to notice any difference from the growth hormone production? Like, are you going to notice like nicer skin? Well, you might notice nicer skin, but you're not going to notice the effects of GH. That's my point. Okay, of growth hormone. Autophagy, maybe some people have thought of or heard about autophagy. That's basically the body eating up dead cells. Okay, everything in our body has a life. Nothing on you is the same after a certain period of time. I can't remember what the lifespan is for like certain organs, but I think like, I don't know, like the liver is like 6 months or something. So, the liver you have now and the liver you have in 6 months are completely different. Everything has a life. Everything is going through a life cycle. So, and the autophagy is the cleanup of all these dead cells, which is supposed to be, quote, good for us. So apparently there's an increase in autophagy, but again, this is something that we tend to see when there's a reduction in total calories. So what do I think? I will tell you that I fasted at least 12 hours for like the last 2 years. I would fast every day for 12 hours, and every now and then I would do 16 hours. I will tell you that my strength did drop. I wasn't as strong. And I did lose some muscle mass. It's not conducive to muscle mass. As much as you see this on the internet that you put on muscle from fasting, it's not true. Okay? But the reason I did it was because I spent so many years eating so frequently and so much food. So I just got tired of that and I thought I should give my body a break. So that's why I did it. I also had some digestive issues and I felt like giving myself a period without eating regularly might help with that, and it certainly did. I do think that it probably has some great benefits for our internal health. Like the organs just don't have to work as much. So I do think there's merit there. But as something that I hear this narrative out there that it builds muscle. No, it does not. It does not boost your metabolism. It does not build muscle. Okay, you are either in your body is either, and this is always happening. It's either in an anabolistic, like overall systemically speaking, it's in a period of anabolism, or it's in a period of catabolism. It's either building up or breaking down. And if you don't have calories coming in, it's breaking down, okay? It has to get energy from places, okay? So, and if we want to keep the cascade of muscle building going on, then we need a regular influx of protein. That's just the way it is. That's just what the data tells us. So if you go long periods without having any protein, then you're going to burn muscle tissue, okay? That's just the way it is. And that may not be important to you, or maybe it is, but I'm just saying what is, okay? So you got to weigh everything out. For me, I always like to have that feeling of hunger, and again, my digestive system definitely thanks me for it. So I like it for that purpose. Definitely affected my recovery, my muscle recovery negatively, okay? It definitely affected my strength negatively, definitely affected my muscle mass negatively. But I felt better. So I just felt lighter on my feet and I felt better. So, and I also like to feel hungry, which is weird, but I do. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna say on that. I rambled quite a bit. Hopefully you find that helpful. A lot of the good stuff that we see about fasting has been done on mice models. So for what that's worth, I don't know. Right? We got to see it in humans. This whole idea of extending life and stuff, I think it's wishful thinking, to be honest with you. Yeah, maybe it'll extend life by a year or two or something, but I don't think it's going to be anything major. Maybe, okay? And that's a maybe. That's just what I think from everything I've read and heard. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. No, it's not all I'm going to say. I'm going to give you the message of the day. The message of the day is this. Action beats anxiety, motion beats meditation, work beats worry. Okay, this really works for me. It may not work for you, but it works for me. If you feel anxious, if you are worried, for me, if I just start acting and working on things and getting things done, I tend to feel a lot better. So this obviously goes beyond the challenge, but I'm not suggesting that meditation isn't good. But certainly I think that things like anxiety and worry can be put off by obviously the way that we see things, but also just by getting stuff done, okay? So I'm going to say it again. Action beats anxiety. Motion beats meditation. Work beats worry. Often we get anxiety or worried about stuff that we feel like we think that there's pain coming from whatever that is, right? Either it's, you feel like, I don't know, that you're going to be in, I don't know, financial distress in the future, and there's something that's happening as a result. There's something that's leading to that, right? Just as an example. So you start to worry about it or something. So the best thing to do would be to take action to, hopefully prevent that from happening, right? So I'll say it one more time. Action beats anxiety. Motion beats meditation. Work beats worry. You're worried about something, just go take action and make it change, okay? Make a change. Thinking about it is probably the worst thing you can do, okay? Take action, of course, get a plan, but ultimately take action. All right, that's all I'm going to say because I know I'm just rambling along here. Trying to think of an example. Positive energy, positive vibes. Believe in yourself, and for the love of God, give some gratitude, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. See ya.